All right, I think we're live here. Hello, this is Tia and my good friend Cindy, and this is our first mukbang video. Obviously very amateur because it's done on my Chromebook and I'm not even sure if this is really recording, so whatever. Mukbang is really popular on YouTube and videos and Instagram and all that other crap. So we figured, why can't we get into it, right? So today we're going to do the mukbang. We have a lot of awesome food from Mart and Cindy's freezer, such as dumplings.
I didn't make them.
And we're just going to eat because we're pretty freaking hungry. So let's dig in. We're eating right now, the noodles are the Neo Curry. It's the one half of the ramdam from the movie Parasite. That's how I'm gonna put it for us. And I'm gonna eat mine because I am starving. And I'm gonna use my fancy utensils here, guys.
Oh my god, Tia, you're so legit.
I got them from Amazon, and they were only about $10, and they came with a straw and chopsticks, spoon, fork, knife. Yeah, here. 2 straws actually. A curved one and a straight one.
Oh snap. Do they have the cleaning thing too for it?
They do. They do. So, legit. People are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, what the hell are these two bitches doing right now? And it's like, we're eating. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is spicy.
Let me finally dive into this.
And I didn't know what reference you were talking about. The noodles from...
You never saw the movie Parasite?
No.
Oh, it's really good actually. I like, how a lot of movies, it's like they're not really living up to the hype or anything. So I didn't watch it until after it won the Oscar. And then I was like, let me check it out. It was actually really good.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Hulu actually.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
I was watching it with Polly, and we were like, you can really tell the subtext of it. I don't know if you know anything about the movie.
No. It's a parasite that infects people?
No. So you have this one family who's really poor, right? And they live in South Korea.
I guess spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert.
If
I'm not going to go too much into it because this is like just basic knowledge. I'm not going to tell you like everything that happens in it, but...
But not Tia. I want the whole rundown.
Oh, okay. True. So you have the Kim family who's really poor. And at one point, the son in the family gets a tip from one of his friends about this really rich family who needs like a tutor because their current tutor is going to America for a semester, but they need a tutor. So
I'm going to try these. I'm nervous.
Cindy is trying this. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. How is it?
It's not spicy unless it's supposed to come after. It came after.
It came out? Oh my god.
Like, first you're like, oh, it's sweet. And then you're like,
Okay.
But I like it. Okay, so the Kim family, they're poor.
So the son starts tutoring the kid in the Park family, who are the rich people. And soon... the son decides to, because the Park family has 2 kids, and he's tutoring the girl, but he sees the boy, and he's like, I think he would really benefit from having art therapy. I know this girl, blah, blah, blah. But the girl turns out to be his sister. So slowly, one by one, all of these family members of the Kim family start working for the Park family, but the Park family doesn't know that any of them are related. So the son, the daughter, the husband, the wife all start working for them. Slowly they start integrating. The son is the daughter's tutor. The daughter is the son's tutor. The father starts becoming the driver for the Park family. And then the mother becomes the housekeeper. But they all do this because the Park family has like a current driver and they have a current housekeeper, but through nefarious means start getting them fired so that there's an opening for them to be like, well, I know this other person.
Oh my god. And they don't even say, like, I know this other person because we're related?
No, they say, like the brother will be like, you know, when he got his sister in, like, oh, my cousin's girlfriend, you know, is an art major. But she's not really an art major. She, like, went online and frickin', whatchamacallit, she, like, went online and printed out a fake certificate.
Oh my god.
So, it's this whole thing about the Kim family integrating into the Park family and finally kind of finding some sort of wealth of their own because they're getting good paychecks. They're also kind of like staying at the house when the Park family isn't there.
Oh wow, like they know this or they don't know? The Park family doesn't know that. Oh wow. They're house sitting and no one asked them to.
Exactly. They'll like go on vacation and like the whole Kim family will be there eating all of their food and drinking all of their shit, you know? But deeper than that, there's this whole sort of like thing about classism, like how the rich treat the poor as well, because there's at some point where you see the Park family talking about Mr. Kim. Oh, time for the sushi, which is a spicy tuna roll. What should we call it? Like, they start talking about Mr. Kim and, like, oh, have you ever noticed he smells like cabbage or something like that, you know? And they're very, like, snooty. So, it's this whole sort of thing, like, yeah. It's hard to describe, like, what happens throughout the film. Because then there's, like, this whole other shit that happens at some point that you, like, definitely didn't see. And the ending is interesting because you're like, I have no idea what just happened.
Like, what was I supposed to take away from this movie?
The director, Bong Joon-ho, I've seen a lot of his stuff, and he always has, like, this sort of message about classism or whatever, you know, like, every movie, he's using whatever the movie is to really, like, drive his message home.
Like, nobody dies, though, right? Like, it's like, they don't become, like, murdering people. Oh my god, Tia! People die!
I don't want to ruin it for you in case you ever decide to actually watch it.
We're gonna replace you. We're gonna be you. Oh my god. Okay, now I want to watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to, like, ruin it. Like,
it's
because
fine. I asked you, you know, I asked questions, so.
But, so, in the movie, at some point, when the Kim family is, you know, staying at the Park family's place and they're not supposed to, the Park family calls to be like, oh, why can't I grab this? They're calling to be like, oh, we're going to be home in 20 minutes. Can you make some ramdam? And they're like, what the fuck is ramdam? Well, it's these two Korean instant noodles combined. The one that we're eating, and this jjajangmyeon, which is the black bean sauce one.
Oh, okay.
So she has to, like, make that really quickly, but even that is supposed to be a telling, right? I'm not sure.
Like your class
because
status?
In that, right, even though they're instant noodles, the family likes them to make these, like, top sirloin steak or something like that to go along with it. Like, something like that a poor person would never be able to afford. And the director, Bong Joon-ho, said, like, this is a popular instant noodle, like, combination that South Koreans like to eat. But, you know, because the Park family couldn't, you know, dare to eat something that, like, the quote-unquote commoners eat, they had to, you know, make it snooty by adding, like,
Kobe beef.
Yeah, Kobe beef or something like that. So even that alone is supposed to be like a commentary on shit. Like, everything in his movies are commentaries.
Like, who knew? And what year is, like, this taking place? Is
present.
Present.
Present tense. It's supposed to take place. It's really good. I liked it. I definitely see why it won an Oscar, because even though it's in Korean and you have to read the subtitles, it's like once you get past that, it's just the story, you know? I love how you're like freaking out over the spice and I'm just like, I'm okay.
My nose is running. My tongue is on fire. I don't know, like maybe I should get avocado. Should I eat avocado on the side with this? I have.
If that's gonna help you.
Oh my god, my nose is running. Hold on.
For as long as I know Cindy, she couldn't handle spice that well. So it's kind of funny that everything we're eating practically has spice in it. I'm gonna have some shrimp dumpling. So the thing about Cindy is that she doesn't eat dairy or really any meat except for seafood. I eat anything, but all this is really good, so I don't care either way. It's weird for me not to talk when I'm doing videos because I kind of do another type of video where I talk about movies and TV shows and everything. So to kind of go from that where I'm talking all the time to this where it's like there's going to be periods where you don't talk because you're eating, it's a little strange to me. Oh guys, I hear her freaking coughing up a lung right now.
Spicy. Woo. Tina, stop showing off.
I'm gonna have some of the spicy tuna roll.
Oh, I left the fridge open.
Uh-uh.
I can't take it.
I would have thought that it would have gotten better over the years.
What was it?
Your tolerance to spice.
I don't eat that much spice.
Really?
No.
Maybe that's for the best. I feel like every time I eat something spicy, it's like, am I destroying myself?
I mean, there's cultures that eat spice on a daily basis.
That's true.
No, our cuisine is not spicy. When I hang out with my friends who are Mexican, they love spicy stuff. Even their candy, when one of them comes back, she brings back candy.
Yeah.
And it even has chili powder on it, and it's spicy.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, you guys eat this? This is hot. And they're always like, ooh, pass the Valentina. The Valentina. And I was like, oh, I'm good.
Cindy is half Cuban, half Dominican. And apparently she
Their food is not spicy, so I'm not used to this.
It's okay, Cindy. So, alright, so we covered that, the origin of this noodles and Ramadan. And also I want to talk about Extreme Cheapskates with you. Since you never watched it, and I'm kind of like mad that you've never watched it. Because I would have loved to like...
It sounds like a show that I would enjoy, but I don't really watch basic TV or cable, whatever the hell you call it. I'm always on Netflix or on Hulu, whatever's on Hulu, but I don't really go to the... What is it part of TLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Extreme Cheapskates in a while, but you know what I have watched, which is kind of like bad to talk about this on like an eating show.
Oh boy.
But My 600-Pound Life. Have you ever watched that?
Oh, no. Like if this is live, I don't even know if I should say this, but at my job and the gym at my job, people would put that show on as motivation to keep walking on the treadmill.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, it's very depressing.
It's depressing, and I wanted to tell you about this one guy, well, this one case that I saw, because it was crazy. So, what?
It was crazy.
I know, so eloquent, but, there's this girl, isn't it? Her name was, like, Zaslin or something? I don't remember.
Oh, the Kim Crew.
Huh?
The Kim Crew.
Oops.
Sorry.
Yes, we got young radish kimchi here.
Which I've never tried. I've only tried the cabbage one.
Normally I get them and they're in like the small cubes, but these are kind of like big, so hopefully they're
And I'm nervous just because
kimchi spicy as well.
it's also spicy, but it's acidic, and foods with high acidity bother me. More so than spice, so we'll see.
You're gonna clean yourself out tonight.
Yeah.
She has her avocados ready.
I think it'll help. This is why now I realize why they put that cheese on top to help with the spice. You know, have you seen those videos where they melt the cheese?
Yeah, it's to help like
with the spiciness.
Yeah.
And we're not even eating like the super spicy ones that we see other people eating. Remember the one that we saw in H1? You're like, that's spicy. And
I actually really liked that one, but I didn't get it on purpose because I knew it was gonna kill you. I've eaten that one before, and I actually it is spicy. But I really like the brand.
Really? You weren't like, oh my god, that was a mistake.
It's pretty good.
You want avocado or no? You're good.
No, okay.
More for me. I want to try it. Hold on.
It tastes more like a radish than anything else.
Really? We love radishes on my house.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My mom does
you might
this,
like that.
I don't know what you call it, but she does this, like red wine vinegar, almost pickling of it.
Oh.
And it's really good. It tastes, I don't know if you ever had, pupusas.
I've only had the frozen ones from Goya.
Those don't count. So, you have to go to an actual restaurant, pupusa restaurant. There's actually one nearby. And they put this, what do they call it? Cabbage, shredded cabbage. Ooh. And it's also like pickled in a way. With the red wine vinegar. So my mom does the same exact thing, but with the radishes, and it's so good. Like we make it in a batch, and we just put it on everything.
Yeah, I think you might like that. Oh, so, okay, while you're eating that.
It snuck up on you, didn't it?
It did. More so got caught in the back of my head. But, so there's this episode of My 600-Pound Life. This girl, which I know, I'm just, this is why I'm telling it. There was this girl, Zaslin, and she was very heavy, obviously, she was on the show. But she had met her husband during that one of those things where it's like, you know, men who really like heavy-set women.
Oh my god, I think I saw this one. And they had a daughter, right?
And he's such a dick to her. Yes, okay.
Oh my god, I did see that episode. I was like, he's so rude.
He's so rude because didn't he say...
And she was so pretty, too.
She was so pretty. And my thing was that, like... The one thing that stood out the most to me is that, you know, she's trying to be on this diet and everything, and she just got the freaking surgery for it. So she's like, oh, I want a salad. And he's like, well, I'm not buying you a salad. If you want to eat grass, you can go in the front yard and graze. And I was like...
He was so rude.
He was such a dick.
And then what I didn't understand is, he would say that he preferred heavier women.
Yeah.
Okay, but she was significantly heavier than when you first met her. And then he was complaining that because of the weight gain, she hasn't been as active anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm
like... They can't do as much?
Like, dude, like, what's the big deal if she does lose weight? Obviously, she's not going to be like a size 0. But why couldn't she lose weight to be at least back to where
you guys had met?
When you guys first met, exactly. Like, I didn't understand. What
it made no sense.
So like he was like annoyed that she was gonna lose weight.
Yeah, he didn't even go to the hospital.
No, and then at the same time complaining that she's not as active as she used to be. Well, yeah, because of the weight gain.
Yeah,
it limits her mobility.
It made no sense.
Oh my god, he made no sense. Honestly, he's probably just as insecure, and he probably thought, oh, if she starts losing weight, she's gonna leave me. Because wasn't she reliant on him? Like, he was the breadwinner, right?
She did leave him. I Googled it because I got so angry. And I was like, no way can this woman still be with this man.
He was abusive.
He was.
Thoroughly abusive to her.
And then remember the kid was like, you made a mistake marrying him.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, oh, you're right. We did make a mistake marrying. And I was like, how you say that in front of your kid?
That guy was rude.
She couldn't even do anything with her daughter.
No.
Her friend was, like, doing all this shit. And he wasn't taking the daughter to the park.
Yeah, the friend that I had also had the weight loss surgery, right?
I don't know if she had the surgery, but she had lost weight. They met through that program of, like, heavy set people. But she had lost the weight.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was so rude.
That guy was so rude. I was like, she's with this guy? She's definitely only still with him because she's relying on him. She can't work.
No, it was absolutely ridiculous.
Just take it. Oh, okay. Tia, don't choke. Who's laughing now? I am.
I don't even...
Tia. You want some avocado?
No. And that's the thing is I don't even feel like it's that spicy. I feel like it just keeps getting stuck in the back of my throat.
Sure.
I was going to say, I really like these dumplings. I wish my, like, dumplings came out this good in my, like, toaster oven.
You know why? I think because mine has the option to air fry, and that's what I picked. I picked the setting for air fry. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
I think that's why. Yeah, Pam got these at, what's it called? Restaurant Depot.
You know, I've never been there.
You can only go if you have a tax ID. So if you're like a business owner, so her boyfriend has a business. So he's able to go, but you need a tax ID to get in.
Okay.
I think it's like similar to like those beauty places that you can only go in if you have like a beautician license.
I forgot what they were called.
But I figured because your dad's one that you would know.
No, I know. He goes there. That's the thing. And, like, he's gotten me, like, hair products, like Kenra and all that stuff, you know? You have it, like, on your... That's how you know it's a good mukbang. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. I feel like maybe I am.
I don't think it's wrong. Just don't try to oversell the accent. Just say mukbang.
I wouldn't. Then I would be like, what about this stupid white bitch?
Who does she think she is? She didn't invent this.
I don't feel like getting called out by anyone.
Word. But oh my god, that's so funny that you brought up that one episode of my... I forgot her name, but I remember that episode because of the same reason. He was so rude.
The other day, like, because it's on Hulu, I just went through a binge of, like, a bunch of episodes of it.
It's so sad. They have, like, all this depression and personal issues, and you're like, oh my god. And then the doctor's like, you need to lose weight.
The doctor's so, like...
He's like, you didn't do what you had to do. And I was like, oh my god.
When you see, like,
he's, like, over it.
When they come in, they're, like, so proud. They're like, I did so well.
I
know.
Didn't make your go away.
And he's like...
Don't waste my time.
He's like, you lost 4 pounds.
Oh my god. And he has such a straight face, too.
He's like, what happened?
Exactly. Oh my god, there was one girl, there was this one person on there that she got me, I thought she was annoying.
Which one was it?
I don't remember her name. She was young, and she had short hair, like a boy, and she was married to a guy, and he was, I think, a little bit older than her, and he was heavy, but he wasn't as heavy as her, like, he was still mobile. And, she wanted to lose weight, but she would be like, oh, I want a piece of pie. So then her husband would go and get her a piece of pie. And then, when she goes in for weigh-in, I don't remember if she ended up gaining weight or just not losing enough. And the doctor's like, well, why are you still eating crap? And she goes, well, I felt that I deserved it after a week of dieting. He goes, you barely even halfway through your goal. Like, what do you mean? So, it was one of those things he flat out said to her, you're not taking this seriously. She bothered me because she was like, oh, it's so hard. And I'm like, your family's enabling you.
No, There was this one that pissed Paulie off so badly. There was this girl, she was 22 years old, and she was really bad. Like, really, really,
Was this the one that fell and she broke her knee? Or sprained her knee? Like, there was one girl, she was just as young, and she was getting in and out of the car to go grab food, and she, like, tripped and, like, actually hurt her ankle or something.
No.
Was it that one? Oh.
She was 22, she was married.
Oh, okay.
And she really couldn't, like, move or anything or leave. And her mother is, like, going to, like, McDonald's and getting her, like, 20 fucking cheeseburgers and all that, like, and feeding her. And then the husband, who is, like, super thin, is, like, getting her all, like, they were enabling her, like, getting her all the shit. And then what?
Was her husband, like, a white boy with, like, and, like, really, really skinny, and he used to have to put, like, hemorrhoid cream on her?
Yes,
oh my God, yes!
Yeah. And he was like, I believe it's a sign from God to take care of people or something. And I'm like, but they were enabling her, like, so badly. And the mother was, like, nuts.
Honestly, I don't know, like, not to sound mean, I really felt like he was just using that as an excuse so he can get paid to be his, like, her personal...
Yeah, because none of them work.
None of them work.
None of them work. Because that was the thing.
He probably is getting paid to be her personal home attendant.
They went to, like, the doctor, and he's, like, would go to the mom, or, what do you do? And she's like, I don't work. And the husband, what do you do? I don't work. And I'm like, none of these people work.
They used her as an excuse as to not work. I'm telling you. He's probably written up as, like, a home attendant for her.
So... I don't know if I should be saying this on air, but it was hilarious because the mother was so, like, upset. She was like, the doctor was like, well, if you're not mobile and you can't drive, like, who gets you this food? And it's like, the mom. And he's like, well, why? And she's like, well, I don't want my daughter to starve to death. And it's like, lady, your daughter's not starving.
She's nowhere near starving.
She's nowhere near starving, But it was like, she was enabling her, and then the girl, like, just got the surgery, and she's, like, all there with, like, the things in, and she's like, and the mom's like, baby, you okay? And Paulie's like, she just had fucking surgery, like, leave her alone.
She just had fucking surgery. Oh my God, Paul's funny.
But she did well. She was one of those who did well and everything, Like, I was happy for her. There's been a few that I've watched that, like, haven't done, like, anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if that blonde chick that I was talking about didn't end up losing the weight.
Did you see the one where the one woman was, like, bedridden? And she, like, had to be, like... They had to, like, pick her up from the bed to, like, put her in the thing and go. And she wasn't doing anything. And the husband was, like... getting her everything she wanted. Like, if she wanted cupcakes, you get her cupcakes. And it's like, she can't move. Just tell her no.
You should be like, no, give her a salad, my God. And she needs the volume. Fill the volume with vegetables, not crap. You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, don't make her feel like, no, you can't have that.
No, yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
The bulk of it should be vegetables. I don't get it. And then it's just like, you're still inside. You're home. You can't do anything. I don't know. It's really sad, especially the ones that are in a relationship. You would think, like, being in a relationship, being able to go out, experience life with your significant other would motivate you more.
I don't know.
Like, oh, let's plan a trip. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Like, they don't do anything. They literally wake up, shower, and eat all day. And that's, like, the same thing every day.
It's like, I like eating, too. We're obviously doing an eating show, but that's just too much.
Oh my God, this is really hot. Tia!
It's really good.
It is really good, but it's spicy.
Have a shrimp dumpling. They're not spicy. You'd have, like, a non-spicy option there.
I'm actually full.
Well, I'll take that home, but we should finish that.
Hell yeah, we were gonna finish that.
I don't know. Have you seen, like, some mukbangers? They, like, eat, like, and they're like this. I don't know how they do it.
It's either they have a super fast metabolism, or maybe they do intermittent fasting. Like, they don't eat
Yeah.
And then they wait to eat a high-calorie meal for the video.
Sometimes I feel like that'd be cool, like, because you know how sometimes you're, like, eating, and you're like, I know I shouldn't, like, keep eating, but I want to keep eating, and it's, like, those are the moments where you can just, like, indulge and binge out, but then at the same time, I don't want to wait a day to, like, eat.
Yeah, no, that's not easy. To go a whole day. You have to really train yourself.
You do.
To do that.
So, Cindy, what have you been doing during this quarantine that we are currently under?
Why do I feel like this is an interview?
No!
I don't know, same thing everybody else is. Working from home and being inside. Going out to buy food. Taking my dog out for walks. I'm lucky I have a backyard.
Oh.
Go to the backyard. There's pretty much nothing else. I've been lazy and I haven't been working out. And then yesterday, Bryant, I was complaining that, I'm a lot less mobile since I'm home all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like, you get up, you get dressed, you actually, get ready.
Mm-hmm.
And you do more stuff even without realizing it at the office than you do at home. And I said, I've been feeling kind of stiff. And I know it's because I'm not stretching. I'm not doing any type of workout. But, it's so... I see the same four walls all the time that I'm like, do I want to work out? No. So yesterday, him and I did, a one-on-one video.
Nice.
And he showed me stretches to do because I already had resistance bands. So he showed me some stretches to do. And I actually really did feel good after I did them, especially in my back. I don't know what it is, but ever since, late 20s, you really feel old. Like, your back hurts for no reason. You're like, what did I do?
Since last year, my knees have been cracking. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why are my knees cracking right now?
Last year, I had to roll up the gardening hose. Oh my God! That sounds easier than what it sounds like. I threw out my back. I couldn't move. I was at work like this. I couldn't even turn my neck. I had to go like that. Like, hi. And even my boss was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, I pulled my back. I pulled my back. He goes, "What were you doing?" Well,
I hope you made up something to sound better than I was wrapping up my garden hose.
I don't think I did. I probably just did tell the truth. I can't come up with a dumb lie. I'd rather just say the truth. But yeah, it's incredible how much you get stiff now, and I feel like we're not even that old.
No.
We're not even old. Okay, forget we're not even that old. We're not even old, period. And we're like, why do we feel
We're only 30, and I feel like that's not really old. Like, I feel like if you're in your teens, you probably think like, oh my God, that's so old. But
and we look at you as, oh my God, you're such a baby.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like, now that I'm here and I'm 30, right? I look back and I'm like, this isn't old at all. Like, I don't feel like the 30, like, to me, when I think of 30, I think of how we used to watch Sex and the City. And what isn't, like, season 1, Carrie was, like, 32 or 33 or something like that. And I'm like, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that at all.
No, not at all.
The freaking Golden Girls were in their 50s.
I know. Can we talk about that for a second? Okay, so the Golden Girls were supposed to all be in their 50s. Yet a lot of them were older than 50. They were closer to 60.
Yeah.
And then now you're seeing 50-year-old women looking like they're 30. Jennifer Lopez. I don't know some other ones. I don't know. I'm not good with
Kate Beckinsale still looks good.
She's 50? I'm pretty sure Halle Berry is near 50. And
she's
she looks
51.
Great.
And she still looks freaking amazing.
It's like 50 is the new 30.
Yeah. No.
Well,
exactly.
I mean, if you're a celebrity and you take care of yourself and you
I
eat
feel like
healthy.
not even. Like, I feel like nowadays if you see, like, 50-year-olds...
And then they don't dress elderly either. Like, in the show The Golden Girls, it was all about shoulder pads. I guess It was the thing back then in the 80s, the shoulder pads.
Well, yeah.
And my mother would always be like, why do they dress like Dorothy in the most unflattering outfit? She goes, I get it, she's tall, but come on.
No, seriously, but then it's like, I look at someone like my grandmother, right, who, I think she was wearing muumuus, like, in her 30s. like, there are the women out there who just dress so much older than they actually are.
I mean, look at my mom.
Your mom looks great, by the way. She looks like she lost weight.
She did. My mom is... How old is my mother? How old am I? She's 3 years away from being 60. Wow. And the woman looks really good.
Yeah.
You don't even think like, oh yeah, this woman's nearing 60. I don't know. It must be something in the food, or maybe people are taking better care of each other, or maybe there's just like a different idea now of just because you're 50 doesn't mean you're a grandma. So like you don't dress like that, because I don't know, the Golden Girls, they made them wear like awful outfits.
They all had the same dome
freaking hair. What is that? That's grandma haircut. Okay, I'm sorry.
All had the dome like hair.
My grandmother, my mom's mom, sported that same look. The really short hair, and then, she curls it, and then you fluff it up, and you put the spray. That makes people look so, like, older.
I don't want to, like, call her out, but my aunt, should probably never watch it, but my Aunt Barbara has had that look.
Your mother's gonna be like, Taya.
But my Aunt Barbara's had that look for the past, like, 40 years. Like, that same haircut.
But yeah, but like that doesn't help anybody. I don't think that makes people look young. It makes you look dated.
Yeah.
So then it only emphasizes that you're older than what you really are. So I don't know. I think they did a disservice to the ladies of the Golden Girls. But that show was awesome.
Oh my god, Golden Girls was the best.
Oh, and I actually looked up all their ages, right?
Wasn't Sophie was the youngest?
Sophia.
No,
Sophia was not the youngest. Sophia, though, was younger than Dorothy, and Sophia played Dorothy's mom on the show. And then Blanche was actually the youngest one. She was like at least a good almost 10 years younger than the rest of the cast.
She didn't really look it.
She didn't look it. I agree.
Like I loved Blanche as a character.
Oh yeah.
But I never found like, I don't know. You know how, like, in Sex and the City, like, Samantha, like, and sometimes Samantha looked her age, but, like, at least the way she was dressing was, like, better. There's tissues there. It's so far, I know. Where's the maid?
Venice!
No, it's like, I think about that. It's like, if I were rich, would I want a maid, would I want someone, like, snooping around my house or something like that, But then you think about it, it's like, I don't really want to clean all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Am I not making sense there?
I mean, I don't think a lot of people can relate to the question.
No, I'm just saying, if you were, like, rich, right, would you have a maid?
It depends how big my house is. Like, if I'm gonna splurge on a big, huge house, damn straight I'm getting somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
But if it was something of, like, value, I guess I'd just leave it in a safe.
No,
they don't have to leave. They don't have to be a live-in maid.
No, I don't
mean like a maid like twice a week or something.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like I would feel awkward. Like,
and
just
it's not a maid; it's a cleaning person.
I apologize. I'm just saying I feel like a bit like awkward, like just standing there and like they would be cleaning, and I'm like, oh shit, I feel paid. Like
So, thank you for letting me pay you to clean my house, even though yes, I might be home. Right? You're giving them work. You're giving them employment.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
they don't care if they're judging you. They got money in their pocket.
I'm just saying. When I say like, it's like that would be something like, oh, hand me that paper towel. They'd be like, what the fuck? You like lazy ass bitch. But then again, that's what I used to do with my mom. Like when I lived at home, like, can you hand me that paper towel? It's literally 2 feet away from me, but I'm lazy and don't feel like getting up.
I think it's one of those. Okay. If you have a person that comes to your house and cleans, do not treat them like a maid or a butler. They're not there to do stuff for you, like bring you a napkin. They're literally just there to clean your house. Now, if you have somebody that you're hired to live in your house, to be a maid, to be at your beck and call, if they're offended, they're in the wrong profession. They should have not taken the job.
I don't think I'd be able to have, like, an actual maid like that. Like, cleaning ladies or cleaning men.
I don't know what they're called. If there's, like, a general word, like, that's, like, neutral.
Cleaning
I don't
people,
know.
Then, that's fine. Because if you have, like, a big house.
There is a word and we just can't think of it.
Probably. But if you have, like, a big house, it's like, okay, I clearly need to, like, hire a cleaning service because this is out of control. But I don't know if I'd be able to have a maid. Like, it'd be, like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, wouldn't it be so nice to be, like, taken care of, beck and call. But at the same time, it'd be, like, so weirded out by it. Like, at that point, like, how privileged are you? That you have, like, a freaking maid, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to say.
I'm just I want to be rich one day, so I'm planning. I'm planning.
Damn, Tia.
My cats will wait on me back and call.
There you go. You can have a maid for your cats. Make sure the litter box is clean. Make sure they're fed. Make sure they have plenty of exercise. Okay.
For anyone who has pets, it's like, who wants to clean all that shit themselves? Someone else clean it.
No, obviously, celebrities definitely have people that take care of their pets and even take them to the vets and stuff, or even the vet probably comes to the house. Just because some of them are always so busy, there's no way in hell if you have a dog, they're taking their dog out to do the business. They obviously have people who do all that stuff for them. Really? Yeah.
I mean...
And then, I don't know, the whole maid thing, I think it's just what you're used to. Okay, so, in DR, right, it's not uncommon to have somebody go to your house and clean for you. So this person, you hire them, they come Monday through Friday or whatever days of the week that you want. They clean, they mop, they vacuum, they do the dishes, they do your laundry, and they even cook. They'll cook breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I kind of want someone to come and cook me food.
It's actually very common. I think it just depends, like, what your culture is. But in DR, it's not a bad thing to be hired as and be a cleaning person for them. And they even say, oh, hey, can you get me this? Oh, can you go fetch me that? It's not a big deal.
But are those people who, like, have a lot of money, or are those just, like, regular middle-class people?
They're middle class. They're not even wealthy people. They're middle-class people, because my aunt and uncle have a lady, and it's just because it's easier for my aunt. My aunt works. She doesn't want to be coming home doing laundry, cleaning all the time. And so she has a lady who comes every day to do all the house stuff. And, I don't think you should feel bad about it because the woman is getting paid to do it. Like, the woman who does go, she didn't go to school. She doesn't have a type of education that she can go and work at an office. So for her, cleaning helps her out. Yeah. It puts food on her table. So it's not a bad thing. It's not anything to look down on or be like, ugh.
No, I would never look down on it. It's just like...
No, but, like, think bad of someone for having a maid. Because over there, it's not a big deal. Because it's not like you speak to them poorly. You're like, oh, hi, good morning. You acknowledge them. They're people, If the lady doesn't always eat with my aunt, but my aunt will be like, sit, have some food. You cooked food. Have some of the food that you cooked. Like, she doesn't restrict her or anything. It's like you have to stay, in the maid quarters or something.
All right, so that reminded me of have you seen the movie Knives Out?
No, what is that? Come on, Tia. Is it on Netflix? You asked me, like, have you seen this? Have you seen that?
I'm sorry that you haven't seen
do you work during this quarantine at home?
Yes! Yes, I do!
I'm
yes,
stuck on the computer 8 hours a day.
So am I, but you got a TV. So. No, alright, really quick, right? So Knives Out, it came out last year, and it stars, like, this huge ensemble cast, right? Like, who the hell is the guy who plays James Bond again? Daniel Craig. We have, like, Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, blah, 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 right? So, you know who Jamie Lee Curtis is? You know who Chris Evans is?
Yes, Chris Evans, he played Captain America.
Captain America.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, I had to think about it because I haven't heard of her in a while. Yeah. But she
was in the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
With Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. So...
I knew it.
So, and there's, like, plenty of others, but I can't, like, think of any of them, and they're not really that important to, like, the story. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, okay, so you have, like, this family who at the forefront is this the grandfather, right? And he's like this really wealthy like novelist, and it's supposed to be like his 80th or his 85th birthday. The whole family's there to celebrate. Next day, he's dead, throat slit. What happened? You know, blah blah blah.
Is this like a murder dinner?
It's definitely like a whodunit. It's like Clue.
I love movies like that.
All right, so I'm not gonna tell you who actually did it.
Okay, good.
But
where is this on again? Netflix?
I had to rent it for like $3 on Google Play.
Okay, tonight.
Yeah. It's definitely like a whodunit, and it actually had like a really cool twist. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But so, the grandfather has this caregiver played by Ana de Armas. She's like this up and coming like Cuban actress, really pretty, but she's been in like things, you know, like Blade Runner or something. But she's gonna be in the next Bond movie. She's like the next Bond. Anyway, she's the character.
Where's my phone so I can Google her?
Google her.
Well, how do you spell her name?
Ana de Armas. ANA space DE space ARMAS. I'm gonna wait to see if she knows who this person is.
What, I feel like you're testing me now. What the hell? Tim?
First it's an interrogation, first it's an interview, then it's a quiz.
What the hell? Because I'm Cuban, I should know?
No! Really? It's just that she's like...
I think I misspelled her name. You need to do it
She's kind of like the hot thing now, you know? Like how actresses up and come and stuff like that. Here.
She's the new eye candy.
She's really good though. I like her. Oh yeah, and she's dating Ben Affleck. I was gonna say Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, that's not Brad Pitt. I don't know her.
Alright, so anyway, that's not where I'm trying to go here.
She's pretty, but I don't know her.
So she plays the grandfather's caregiver.
Was she born in Cuba?
I think so.
Wow.
Okay, pay attention here.
I'm listening.
So she plays the grandfather's caregiver, and there's like this reoccurring joke throughout the movie because now all the family's getting interviewed because, you know, the death originally looks like a suicide, but Daniel Craig's character, who's the detective, thinks that it could have been a murder. So he's asking everyone, and he obviously asks about the caregiver because she spent a lot of time with him. And throughout the movie, they're like, oh, she's a good girl. Her family's from Paraguay. Oh, she's a good girl. Her family's from Ecuador, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, it'll keep doing that. And so
they're just mixing up, like, naming any random
so the director said, like, the joke isn't supposed to be, like, oh, who cares what country she's from, you know. The joke is that they're so, like, this white privilege, like, type, you know, rich family that they're just, like, they throw out, like, a country, you know, like, oh, yeah, you know, she's a Maine and she's from, but she's supposed to be, like, this really, like, she's been in the family for a while, she's, like, been the guy's caregiver for a really long time. You find out throughout the movie they have a really nice, like, friendship, and it's, like, they couldn't bother to, like, find out, like, where this girl really was from or something like that. They're just like, oh, yeah, but it's so funny because they're so like, we love her, she's part of the family. Like, as soon as the grandpa dies, they're like, you know, we'll be here to help you, you know, we all agreed that we'll help you. But then at some point it looks like, you know, as this isn't a spoiler, at some point they read the will and you find out that the grandfather left all of his money to her, and then suddenly the family like turns, like, were you sleeping with him? How dare you? Like, all of a sudden, like, these vicious wolves. So it's like, you're like, they're all like fake, you know. At first, like, oh my gosh, she's so great, she's part of the family, blah blah. And as soon as they find out that like the grandfather left everything to her, suddenly they like turn on her.
Well, yeah, because to them she's still the hired help.
Yeah, but if you like watch it, they're all like the worst.
The worst.
The worst.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I think that we're done, unless you want to finish any of that. No, she's too full. So this is our.
But you haven't told the camera I'm full. I just said I'm full.
I'm narrating.
I don't need the narration.
Alright, well, this is our first mukbang, and we ate a lot of food, and it was really spicy. I need some water after this.
Got you covered.
I don't have a cup. But, yeah, so if you guys like it, make sure, God, I'm gonna break something. If you guys like it, make sure that you like and all that good stuff, and
subscribe.
Like, subscribe, tell me what you guys thought and what maybe we should eat next. So,
oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Because I don't know much about cooking, so that would be fun.
Yeah, just tell us what you'd like us to eat. You know, nothing strange. I don't feel like eating a cow's head or something like that, but you know.
No, when I go to a butcher and ask for a cow's
Yeah,
head.
exactly.
What is this? What's that show? Cheapskate? The guy that got
the deer's head or something.
Head?
Yeah, no. Like normal things, all right? You know, just not something like that. No bulls.
You're gonna offend somebody. Normal? How rude.
I mean, like no bull's testicles. I don't feel like eating.
No fear factor food.
No
okay?
fear factor. Okay, that's what I mean. No fear factor food. But any nationality food, I'm pretty open with that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like an Indian one day.
We are gonna have to order that because I can't make any of that.
Oh no, I can't make that shit. I wouldn't even be able to replicate that. We'd have to order it, but it's okay. So just let us know what you want us to eat.
Or Jewel of Himalaya.
Yes.
Their food is so good. Okay.
Hopefully it's open during this whole quarantine bullshit.
Maybe.
Maybe.
People
All right.
want takeout.
Okay. We'll figure out what takeout.
Well, we figured it out for you, so if you don't have any suggestions,
All right. See you guys.